Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. I am still freezing in Hull. We're outside the K-Com. United have lost 2-1. It's funny because on my way here, I was saying to Abdullah, I was saying on the live stream, I can't see Hull scoring 2. I can't see Hull beating us. They did both here today. And then, you know what? On the basis of that 90 minutes, they thoroughly deserved their victory. Manchester United just weren't good enough today. I don't know whether it was because we came into it with a 2-0 lead, so we thought the tie was done. Maybe we had instructions just to get through the game and make sure we got through without losing and without getting any injuries and things like that. Maybe that was the instruction, I don't know. But there was definitely something missing from that performance today. It just wasn't good enough ultimately. And United lost for a reason. When it was 1-1, I felt we did improve a little bit once we got that goal. But Hull City's goal, that second goal, was such lacklustre defending. I was sitting in the stand opposite it, and I could see there were big gaps in that defence even from there. And I just don't understand why we didn't defend our lines properly, especially when it was 1-1. And you know what? If they got that second goal, they had 5 minutes left. Anything can happen there. I know we're playing Hull, but anything can happen. And so we either took our eye off the ball with us being 2-0 up, or because it was Hull, we thought it was job done. And that's unfair because under their new manager, Silva, they're playing a lot better football. They look more organised. Even with the losses of Livermore, Snodgrass, etc. Curtis Davis wasn't playing today. Hull City look a much better side under this new manager. So fair play to them. They deserve their victory today. But United go through 3-2 on aggregate. And over the 180 minutes, obviously, United deserve to go through. I think today, if John Moss played right and wasn't so poor, United have a penalty in the second half. There was possibly 2. I'd have to look at the Rashford one again, but the one on Chrissy Smalling was a stone wall penalty. Now Chrissy Smalling's performance was mixed today. I thought he was poor in possession. He looked a little bit shaky, but then there were moments like in the first half when Dawson is through on goal and he makes a superb last gasp challenge just as Dawson's going through and he's 6 yards out with just David De Gea to beat. So Smalling had a mixed game today, and it'd be good to get Eric Bailly back because he's the one that's a little bit more reliable in there. But the defence wasn't amazing today. Midfield, we played our strongest midfield, Carrick, Herrera, Pogba. Pogba got a goal, his 7th goal in all competitions for Manchester United. Herrera did okay, but again, it wasn't a great performance today for Manchester United. Something was missing, and I kind of felt that, look, if you play Fosu-Mensah, if you play Luke Shaw, if you play Anthony Martial, who was worryingly not in the squad again today, then you play players that have a point to prove. Marcus Rashford started today, and he played very well. He was one of our better players. Jesse Lingard, who was my man of the match for Manchester United, played very well. His corners were excellent. We haven't had someone that could take corners consistently like that today. And somehow Jesse Lingard did it. So fair play to Jesse. He was my man of the match today. His movement and everything off the ball was incredible. And well done to Hull because they did deserve their win. But overall, Jose Mourinho's birthday is a good one, and United will be going to Wembley at the end of February to take on Southampton. So, yes, bad day today. The unbeaten runs over, but ultimately, it doesn't mean much because United will still go to Wembley. Hopefully, the end of our unbeaten record. It was strange because we went 2-1 down, and then we're thinking, if they score again, it's going to extra time. But still, United kept attacking, trying to get that 2-2, trying to keep hold of the unbeaten record. I like that. Part of me liked that. But part of me felt it was a little bit stupid. But maybe losing that unbeaten record will give us a little bit of a kick up the arse. And we can go on now and improve. We've got Wigan next. I do not want to see Zlatan Ibrahimovic out on that pitch. I do want to see Luke Shaw. I do want to see Timothy Fosu-Mensah. And I do want to see Anthony Martial back in his side. But we do need to rest a few key players, the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, against Wigan and the weekend. But overall today, United go through to the final. Hull City get a morale boosting win for them under their new manager. And yeah, we're going to Wembley again. How many times is that now? 4 times within the last 12 months. The first time under Jose Mourinho, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Overall though, the bigger picture, when you look at things under Manchester United, we are moving in the right direction. And as the song says, something tells me we're on something good. Anyway, that was cheesy. I'm Adam McCullough. This has been Full Time Devils. Make sure you go and check out the fan cams. My man of the match, as I said, Jesse Lingard. Disappointed though overall today with the performance from the Reds. Coming all the way here to Hull in the freezing cold. I expected much better. Anyway, I'm out of here.